The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problem. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome, everybody. I think I can safely say that at this point. 789 episodes in. We're your Whiskey Brothers. Sladeham, Rob Mungle, Trey Tutson.
Yeah.
In the studio, Dale Cheesman.
We're back.
Yeah, that's the catchphrase you went with.
What's up, man?
We
All right, let's start off by just shitting on the two words I said.
you're not holding up your end of the
We're
bargain.
gone.
You were mentioned in a drunk dial that we just got, and I haven't even listened to it.
My least favorite episode was that one with Dale.
Oh, it's my dad.
Well, wait a minute. Everyone with Dale. He can be fucking funny sometimes, but he just comes off as like a fucking Pittsburgh Jew. I kind of.
Whoa. Okay, see, this is why I proofed it. God damn it. I'll cut that last part out.
No, but send that to me because I'm actually working for the ADL right now, and we're collecting all of those calls.
Nice.
Yeah, that was not where I thought that was going to go. Jesus.
Shit.
You know, you just want to hear a fan tell you that you're not funny and you suck, and they got to ruin it by inciting genocide.
What
Yep.
is our
Good times.
fans?
I'm just saying, for advice to him, you lose all credibility with your complaint. If you're gonna complain
Right.
about your dinner, don't as the waiter's walking away to get you a free meal, be like, oh, also black people shouldn't vote. No one's gonna take your side on the very reasonable thing you started with.
Right.
Which was a shitty steak.
This is completely overdone. I asked for medium, and fuck the juice.
So welcome back. It's
Yeah, it's good
your
to be back.
adoring
That's why I
fans. We're waiting. You have been in New York. We have missed you. You didn't even make it back for the Christmas show, sadly, this year.
Yeah.
No, I can't spend Christmas. I can't afford to do Christmas with my family anymore because I work for the Jews.
Well, we know a guy. Here's we raise a glass. We're drinking
Good to be back.
Stranahan's, man, courtesy of our dear friend Nate Williams out in Aurora, Colorado. Every time
Good
we dip
stuff.
into this, I'm just going to bring it back up, Nate, and there's nothing you can do about it. He doesn't like being mentioned.
He doesn't?
Yeah, you guys talk while I
Nate
drink.
doesn't. Nate doesn't like being mentioned. The one from Colorado.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah, it's good stuff. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
delicious.
So, Trey, you sound a little quiet.
Man, oh shit. What? Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I have to be a little bit now. That's all. I'm gonna get loud or whatever.
Okay.
What? I'm gonna get loud. I feel like you want to know something or something.
I don't want to know. I'm just checking in on all my friends. It's been a long time since I've sat down with this arrangement of human beings around a
This
table.
is my shit. This is when I was real stupid and didn't know it. This is like, I'm getting those kind of vibes again. Like,
No.
Because Dale's here?
The Dale,
Yeah.
the Jew talk that's connected to Dale, because I thought Dale was Jewish the first 8 episodes.
It's not Jew talk. It's Yiddish.
Yeah. Anti-Semite.
No, but he's going to get loud. There'll be people at the 35-minute mark who are going to be like, see,
Shit.
he was right. He said he was going to be
fucking
loud.
broke me with that. I was learning that shit. God damn it.
Think
I was
you're learning it? I'm immersed. I'm basically studying
yeah.
abroad.
You in Yiddish heaven.
yeah.
Yeah.
They don't call it heaven. They call it
What is
they
that
call it
shit?
the Upper East Side.
Yeah.
How is New York treating you? Are you happy up there?
I don't know. I feel like they still haven't recovered from 9/11 and they want me to feel that way.
Oh.
So every day is just my own 9/11. I start off with a strong tower and just watch it fall by noon. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long we got to keep worrying about that?
What do you mean worried
Like
about that?
terrorism?
No, well, yeah. Right. but the 9/11 shit. Should
What do
we
you
be
mean?
over that in Like 5 years, we shouldn't be giving a fuck no more.
It's
right?
25 years. AIDS was funny again in 2005. So
Yeah.
9/11
So
will be
it
funny
basically
2026.
the same
Yeah.
amount of time where you don't have to register a car anymore.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
half your age plus 7.
Right.
Dude.
When people in their 20s weren't born when the event occurred.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
about right.
Perfect. Yeah.
Like now we make fun of World War II, Pearl Harbor. That was a hoot.
But
Yeah.
you
But we don't care because we weren't born around then.
That taboo in the 60s, Pearl
What?
Harbor. That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that.
That
bad.
wasn't that bad. Pearl Harbor
Well,
wasn't that bad.
Well, they don't have that many movies on it. That's how I see it. Like, there's not enough Pearl Harbor documentaries for me to give a fuck.
there's several.
shit tons.
No, that's how bad
that's
Ben
World War
Affleck's
II.
movie was. They're like, we're not even going to care about this anymore.
No, I would argue that you could find a lot of
On just the shit that happened at Pearl Harbor.
Well, no, well,
but they connected to all that World War shit.
because I mean, Pearl Harbor was kind of in and out. It
Pearl Harbor was an inside job.
It was stopped. The Pearl Harbor was
Most
the
likely was.
beginning of the war, so it's really nobody dwells on it because so much other shit happened right afterwards. Like
more
Pearl Harbor
There's
though,
a
was
shit
like,
ton of documentaries about it.
there's a lot of them, but Pearl Harbor was also like the opening act.
yeah, so yeah.
It was a big deal.
No, not the opening act. What?
But like if the
what headlined that shit?
Hitler.
Boom. Exactly. And there's so many documentaries on
We're
that.
like, it was like a show. Like we're like, wow, Pearl Harbor, they were great. But then after like just
Yeah.
a couple years and Hitler's taking the main stage, we're like, fuck the
Fuck
opener.
Pearl Harbor.
but
Exactly.
man,
Buying
you
the Pearl
always-
Harbor
you
CD.
always
Yeah.
stay for the opening war. Like that's you got to get there early.
Yeah.
Kickoff.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kickoff.
Yeah, Pearl Harbor, highly underrated.
Man,
Highly underrated.
That's
what but
battle.
when they make the movies, they always have to have a happy ending. So even with Pearl Harbor, which had no happy ending, everyone died and there was a defeat, and so they make the Ben Affleck movie, Pearl Harbor, getting their ass kicked, but then they have to fast forward 3 years to the end of the World War II
for the happy ending.
Yeah, when they're fucking marching back. We did it 3 years later.
Who did
that's
Ben
not-
Affleck play?
He
in
just
that?
played a regular guy, a fictitious.
So they just created a hero.
Yeah, I mean, it was all
I didn't say-
guys. I don't know if they were actually real people on this boat, but
So they just created a hero, and they basically wrote a work of fiction that took place on.
yeah.
Well, because what big names were in Pearl Harbor? Like James Pearl? I guess.
I
He's
know.
like, this is my harbor. My life is beautiful. I mean, as far as tragedies go, to have a tropical location
Yeah.
for your mass murder,
if it's got to go down.
you can't beat it.
It's a cool.
And the Pearl Harbor necklace is clearly an underrated sex act. It really is. It really is.
When you're
It's
giving
where
her
you're
that
banging her
gift,
tits by surprise.
Okay, everybody go. What's your Pearl Harbor necklace?
Pearl Harbor necklace. That's well, it's kind of like a bukkake. There's a lot of Japanese guys that you did not invite.
It's when
Yeah.
she says, "Choke me," and you use nunchucks. I don't know.
Yeah, it's when you're banging her tits and it gets to FDR 4 hours later. That happened.
It's the difference between a cum shot and a kamikaze.
There you go. There you go.
It's when she lets you do anything you want to do, and Trey's still not impressed because there's not enough documentaries.
I don't know. What's the big deal about the Pearl Harbor necklace? I don't know.
I don't know enough
know.
about Pearl Harbor. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do some research. I hear there's several good documentaries.
Yeah. It was a tie.
According to Rob,
Not knowing
who
enough
fucking
about it?
recommended Frost Nixon. Get the fuck out
Frost
of here,
Nixon's
Rob.
a great movie.
Rob, we're not going there again.
Yeah. Wow. That's like me trying to get him into white music, and I start with Phish.
Hold up, I fucked with Phish.
What?
I fucked with Phish.
Are you, dude?
Favorite song is Wolfman Brother.
Wolfman Brother?
Yes, that's my favorite Phish song.
Dude, I just went to Phish at Madison Square
Oh,
Garden.
God.
on New
Oh
Year's
my
Eve.
God!
Jesus.
Really?
Took acid.
Rob.
It is the greatest concert I've ever been to in my
yeah.
life. You don't know what the fuck to expect. I get to my seat. There is a
There's a seat?
75-year-old Korean man
Of course,
next
there's
to
a
me.
seat. Have you seen their fans?
Korean fan. Okay.
Just a 75-year-old Korean man.
Didn't they have
and
a war
and we
with
kind
us?
of like walk up. We had already fucking dropped our bean, and we were
Yeah.
waiting for it to kick in. I was like, I don't know how this guy's gonna take it. And he
Yeah.
just like puts his arm around me, hands me a joint, and goes, "Man, you're about to hear that good music." And I was like, "What? Hell yeah, dude!"
What do we as Americans have against small Asian countries?
Pearl
I just
Harbor.
thought about that. I gotta watch a documentary. God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was our introduction to Asian.
That's what they look like. That's funny.
Yeah.
England was trying to set up spice routes and all that shit. We were like, fuck that. I got a barbecue rub I'm fine with. I don't need no nothing. And they came in
We
just
set up
made
target practice out in the Pacific and just wait.
Yeah.
There's nothing over there. We can drop our nukes here, right?
We didn't fuck with China yet, right?
We haven't?
They own most of our debt, so I've heard.
No, they own us.
Yeah, I have this theory of this is a conspiracy because I got caught up in
Yes,
these.
tell us your theory on Asian finance.
They own most of our shit, right? So they said eventually
I don't know enough to
Actually,
say
no.
right, but
Actually, they
Most-
don't. But
most
they
of
own a
our-
lot, but they don't own
they
a lot.
own a lot, right?
They own a lot.
I do hope
not
when they
most.
take over that it's just like sort of the same way when my bank changed. Like the sign changes, but nothing else is really any different.
Yeah.
I feel when China takes over the U.S. dollar, like they run on the yen, but
Yeah.
they're just going to
No.
give us yangs.
Well, Japan runs on the yen.
God damn, we brought it back for this. Japan runs on the yang?
No, the yen.
Yes.
The yen.
Yeah.
But
China runs on the won.
The won?
Yes.
Okay.
There can only be won?
No, because Koreans use the won too.
Oh, well.
They use the won. See what I did?
God.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum.
South Koreans. The North Koreans don't have anything.
They should just be one Korea. They shouldn't.
You should.
You know, there's
email-
a lot of
Oh,
people
really?
that
Tell
feel
them that.
You think that? You think that? Do you?
Send a finely
Yeah.
worded email. Maybe they haven't thought about
They
it.
should. I mean,
Yeah. Why not? Hey, you
North and
guys.
South
Why
should
not
be
just
stupid.
have the one Korea?
Oh,
Yeah. They never thought of that.
It's not that they ain't never thought of it. I just
Where
feel like
have you
nobody's
been?
told them firmly. Hey, can y'all cut this shit out, please? Y'all look too much the same to be split. So fucking dumb. The Dakotas.
Trey
the
would have the
Carolinas,
balls to walk up to Kim
You said
Jong-un.
the Dakotas and the Carolinas and the
It's the same
Koreans.
shit, and the Koreans. Same shit. Y'all both have bathroom policies that are like merge. Be a lane, motherfucker.
They have very different bathroom policies.
Okay.
South Korea has a men and women's room, and North Korea just doesn't have one.
You just,
have another
they
office.
the North Korea, they just have a flag in the American flag in the toilet. That's the difference. You piss on that.
No,
You piss on that.
I think that because China
North
owns
Dakota.
most of the debt and shit, and they said one day this shit may switch to just be completely owned by China. I think that the reason that ramen noodles are as cheap
Wait,
as they
what?
are is because it's easy to make poor people Chinese. That's my conspiracy. So it's like, yeah, dude, like 20, 30 cents. You keep eating it.
Hang on.
You get like it. Most college students study math eating ramen noodles. It makes you better with numbers. It just adds to your Chineseism.
Honestly, you have an Olympic record level of leaps in logic.
No, that was a triple jump. Easy triple jump.
But he didn't land the two final.
he
He was just
landed
in the air the whole time. He did not touch down for reference
It
point.
landed in the stands like a home run ball.
I'm still loving the comparison of North and South Korea to North and South Dakota. Like North Dakota's just run by a guy named Keith Jong-un Jr.
It's all the same Chineseism.
Yeah.
It's all the same
We gotta
Chineseism.
take
You South Dakota motherfuckers. Y'all need to go fuck yourselves.
Think you're fancy with your 4-faced mountain? We got a 10-faced mountain. We're just not going to let you see it. We got it. No, we got it. We're doing fine.
3
We're the best state ever.
3 2
Milk and fucking honey.
3 2
Milk and fucking honey.
3 2 3
Fuckers.
510-7468. Yes, 323-510 shot. You can drunk dial us.
Motherfuckers.
I hopefully won't have to. I'm going to beep the rest of his out. I'm not going to let that air. I have a problem with that.
Fucking crazy.
We'll be.
You know what's crazy? South Dakota motherfuckers.
We'll be right back.
Weak.
More of us in a moment.
Are you new to the Whiskey Brothers? Then check out the legendary first 400 episodes. Access the archives at praisewhiskey.com.
Otro trago, por favor. Welcome back to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. Slade, Trey, Rob, Dale Cheesman. Man, it's starting to feel like home around this bitch. Sadly, you're only here for this episode and Friday's episode. I wish you were around a little bit longer. Yes, please me. That was my idea to begin with.
No, it's okay. We're going to pre-record the Thanksgiving and Christmas episode now. Just while I'm here.
Yeah.
It's you will be back at some point in 2020.
Oh, definitely. My career is on a downward track. So
that is not true. As the fans well know, and I'm sure some of them have seen you. You have been moonlighting as one of the cast members of Doug Loves Movies on and off, right?
Yeah. It's a scam, but they haven't found me out yet.
Yeah, so you open for Doug sometimes on the road. You're
we
doing
did a
some
Northeast
stuff.
tour, and I'm down here right now with Trey Gallion. We just did Austin and Houston. Wrapped it up. I should have probably told y'all to promote that.
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
Listen, these airwaves are yours. If you got something
sure.
coming on down here, our fans are probably now cursing the fact that they're just now finding out.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it went well.
They were great. No, we sold out the Velve 3 nights in a row. We did secret group shows. Our show at Secret Group did very well, and they threw us on every
other show.
Regular night show at Secret Group for 12 people at a time, and it was fun.
We put you on the 10:30, the 10:45, the 11:15, the 11:45, the 12, and the 12:30.
And 4 of them are topical shows about the news.
2 of them you got to perform naked, and the third one is all chicks. But listen,
All chicks.
Could you do me a favor and try? No, not at all.
No, I cannot help you with that.
well, cheers to that.
There's
I'm enjoying the Stranahan's all too much.
Yeah, man.
It is delicious.
I tell you what, man. Trey, what's on your mind? You seem forlorn.
No, speaking of one of those secret group shows, I got caught up in a conspiracy show. Like, we did this show about just
A conspiracy show?
Yeah, it's like I don't fucking know. It was a panel show, and they were just talking about conspiracy. I'm not into conspiracy theories at all.
Okay.
Sure.
But somehow I guess I created a new one, according to the whites. So, yeah, it was
The whites.
Is it the top ramen conspiracy?
That was one of them.
That the Chinese are trying to prep us
Just my
for
thoughts.
takeover through noodles.
Noodles.
Wait till he hears about Italians.
They was talking about the moon landing shit.
Yeah.
And
Or as some of us call it, the moon landing.
Yeah. They was talking about that shit. And it was like, what do you think happened on stuff? I honestly, I think they went, but I don't think that they came back. I think they had 2 separate groups. It was like, y'all are the moon guys that are not going to live. And y'all are the people we're going to say that went to the moon.
We needed 4 sets of secret twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Nah, you just need body structure matched. Like, you just need
Maybe some plastic
like
surgery.
doubles.
I like the fact that you're willing to go halfway with the science and then halfway with the conspiracy. I'm not saying they didn't go to the
You
moon.
never saw their faces in those suits on the
No,
moon.
that's what I'm saying. You
It could
don't
be
know who
anybody.
up there.
Why did they take off the helmet?
Yeah, right?
But also,
death.
also,
Also, fuck you, Rob, for even breathing a breath of life into this balloon.
the way I know they didn't come back,
Yes,
you
tell
didn't
us.
see nobody working on the spaceship to come back. Because
Wait,
you lose shit on the way up there. You lose like panel and just spaceship debris fly off that motherfucker
Does it
going
now?
up there that fast.
Does it?
On the way, yeah, I've heard this shit. So on the way,
Just wanted to check you before we put a pin in that as a fact and skipped on to your next butterfly.
I've heard this shit.
Okay.
But you don't see anybody working on shit on the way back. They ain't gassing up. They not fucking
gassing.
doing
Because it's
tune up.
basically it's just a controlled
There's no
fall.
They're not
Texaco
doing a
between here and the
tune-up.
moon.
Right.
But they're not doing shit.
They're not-
Nobody's like alternator be ready in 12
They
minutes.
didn't hit
There's
space
nothing.
buckies. They didn't swap out the tires.
But they land up there. They chilling. So before you go back, there has to be some repairs or something.
Are you mad that they
Do
didn't?
you know how the thing worked? I'm just curious.
How did they tell you it worked, Rob?
Well, first, before we sent the shuttle, we launched a trampoline at the moon because we knew we had all the power to go that direction.
Yeah, and just bounce back.
I got one of those old circus cannons.
You know, they
Just
had
about the size of a space shuttle.
they had the command module, which
But
was
one guy
connected.
had to stay behind to light the last
Oh yeah. Full clown makeup too. 100%. 100% with an old school
Yeah.
match. Like
You see, you have the command module, and it's connected to the lunar excursion vehicle. That's what landed on the moon.
Ask Rob to explain either one of those things. He stops dead in his
It's
tracks.
that little small shit that break off from
and the lunar command module would circle the moon while they're on the little ship, and then half of that would break off and shoot and rejoin the lunar command module, in which they would all fly back to Earth. Then they release the lunar rover, and they release that and just land in the service module.
I mean, I'll be honest. It does sound a lot like sorcery.
Trey, don't you live in Seabrook?
Yeah, I live
Walk
across
down the
street.
fucking street and ask them.
I live across the street from. It's just Asian
What, you're
people
gonna go
taking
ask?
pictures.
Just gonna go ask for lies? I'm sorry.
No,
what lies?
They make like all of that is confusing. That's how you know it's bullshit. They have whenever people got a bunch of trickery going on, it's because they don't want you to know. That shit sounds like the Patriots playbook. Like it's confusing as fuck.
Yeah, and it wins, baby.
Why is
That's how you win the moon.
What is so hard? What is so hard to
6 out of 8
believe
times.
in your mind? What part of the story is difficult to believe?
And you know,
that they were able to get all the way up there, land on the moon.
My thing is this:
they lost 20% too.
they wasn't that good at science
Wait, what?
to pull it off. I think they could
Based on what?
I think they could get up there. But the way back, it was like, you ever walk? Like, I'm going to just go on a walk. And then you turn around like, fuck, I didn't think this through. I have to go back. That's what I think the moon shit was.
Oh, fuck. We
We
forgot
made
something.
it. We up here, baby.
Fuck, what were we
Shit.
gonna do? Like once they got there, they just blanked.
Yeah.
That's
That's why you saw them playing golf. They're like, we're just making shit up. It was just improv from there. That point.
like
Where's the camera? Whose golf club is this?
It's just winging it.
it does. Now they did bring a golf club. What it cost? Is it $10,000 a pound to
Something
send things
that.
into
Yeah,
space?
something
Oh, yeah.
like that.
What's a 7 iron weigh?
Yeah, it's about a pound, 2 pounds, a pound and a half.
If you use Expedia, you can catch deals on holiday weekends.
You can fly your go. You can fly.
But other
your-
than that, it's very expensive.
No, I don't think they knew. I think that's
you don't think they knew?
No,
The most brilliant minds in the world.
It's
Figuring out the most incredible
Do you think
engineering feat ever.
So let me ask you this: do you think they told the people getting on the ship that it was one way, or do you think they were like, no? We
yeah,
figured out the
There
rest
was
of the map.
actually
It's two
in Trey's
separate-
defense. That was an original plan. That they would get them there and then figure out how to get them back.
It's two separate.
And just keep sending food and shit up there.
It was two,
No, stop.
That's the original
bookmark. Don't just because you got validation. Listen, this.
You mean original plan when they were first drunk talking
Yeah.
about this idea?
Listen.
First of all, we're gonna go to the moon.
It
And, I don't know.
It
Just
didn't
like
last
shoot food
long.
up there.
Yeah, it didn't last long in the room.
Just hear me
That
out.
was one of the plans.
Hear me out. How many people? We need 4. We need 4. How many people though do you think we could talk?
I don't even know how many motherfuckers went. I don't even know how many
12 people walked
went
on the moon.
to the moon.
12.
I'm talking about that first time, the 69, the one that count.
There's 2.
I don't even. Yeah.
Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin.
So they both walked on the moon. Were they the only ones that went to the moon on that trip?
No, there was the third guy in the lunar.
Oh, what a dick
He
move!
didn't even get
And
to touch
at
it
one
or
point,
whatever.
he talks about how he was the loneliest person in the universe.
Great.
Because at one point, when the command
I wouldn't
module-
walk with that guy either. Just sitting in the module doing his poetry or whatever.
But there's like when they go behind the moon and he could not see the Earth. He was like, I could not see there was nobody. No one could see me, and I could see no one. And he was like the loneliest guy in the universe.
Oh my God! Thank
I mean, that's
God there
poetic,
was
but
no
literally
Facebook.
just be in your apartment by yourself.
Yeah.
Same result.
Same exact.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you guys leave, sort of lunar module.
Yeah. No
I-
pants. They come back in. He's just naked and just
Cum
monster.
everywhere.
We've been in a 1-bedroom apartment for 3 weeks on the way up here. Daddy horny.
The other 2 guys get back to the lunar module, the command module, and it's just covered in cum. Just floating cum. Like,
Hear me
I've been here for 19 hours.
You guys got to walk on the moon,
Yeah.
okay? You guys got to walk on the moon.
but did you make this?
I'm gonna clean it up.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah.
You've been back for 1 hour. You're already like,
Jesus,
why is the
Bob,
place a mess?
Jesus, that's what you meant by loneliest man in space.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Look
My
at it.
job is literally load master. Like it's actually.
Yeah, I
Good
think
God.
there's two groups.
It's going to take us 2 days to get back.
Group A signed the waiver. That's what I think.
waiver.
That's what I think. Group A signed the waiver.
A waiver of death.
Y'all are to go and not return. Group B, y'all
You know, they
stay here.
attended their own funerals.
Witness protection.
They like wrote letters because like there was a huge chance they were all gonna die, so they'd had like funeral ceremonies. Could you imagine being at a funeral for like your brother who's still standing right there?
Yeah.
And you're like, you got to pretend to care, really? It's a big thing it's doing, but now you're just like, oh, Jesus Christ, this is like a fucking gender
Yeah,
reveal
they do this
party
in high
space.
school
They
for
do-
Shattered Dreams. Yo, know that program, Shattered Dreams?
Where they have your funeral?
Where they put together a fake drunk driving accident.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a-
just outside the school.
And outside of school, but then they go for it. The next day is like the funeral. The parents have to show up and give a eulogy. It's a bunch of white horse shit, is what it is.
No, yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to dump money into something.
I don't know that I disagree
So-
with that.
We just wait for somebody to die. To
So
black
The
school.
moon funerals. They did these before they went up to space.
Yeah, they wrote letters and like all the stuff. They made them
They let them just in case they got to go to their own funeral
Not even
first.
just in case. It was like, there's a 60% chance you're going to die.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, have you met my wife? Send me up there. Don't give a shit. But yeah, they'd say goodbye to everybody and their children. Like, they told their kids, like, daddy's probably going to die. Yeah. And they just went with it. Yeah.
Like the goodbye in Interstellar.
Yeah, just really milked the shit out of it.
I mean, dude. If you told
I'm
me
not saying I'm an American hero,
if you
but
told
I might die.
in
Where's that
1969,
pussy?
if you told me that you with technology as advanced as a calculator, you were going to put me safely on
Yeah.
the moon, I would go to my own funeral as well.
Yeah, at least you got to plan it.
There,
You know what?
Wow.
You know what? You would have done.
Was that a space pun? Planet? Shut up.
It was.
Slade, you would have done you would have done the astronaut corps for the pussy alone. I guarantee you. There was.
I did not say I would've.
Imagine being in Clear Lake, one of those fucking astronauts, and just chicks wanted to. Oh my God!
Somebody
you're going
tried to
the
get
moon?
some secondhand moon dust.
Yeah, I might be dead.
So-
that's better than those fucking guys who went off to World War II.
Slade would not have
Before
been
they got on the
picked
ship.
to go to the moon, but he would have showed up to their funerals, their mock funerals, in a full suit that he made. And he's like, "No, yeah, me too, babe. Baby, what do you
I
wanna-
heard
you want to
some
pay a little
type of-
appreciation to American hero in the making."
some type of weird information about like how they had some German motherfuckers come
Yes,
to
Nazis.
Clear Lake or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's actually what NASA is. It's
Yeah.
just Nazi with a Texan accent.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Oh, it was Nazis. They captured
Yeah.
Nazi rocket scientists.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's not
Werner
what
Van Braun.
I'm
That's
not.
his name.
I'm not.
We actually took Dr. Mangala, and that's where the whole secret twin idea came from.
We got to get out of here. Dale Cheesman, you're going to be hanging out. Dale Cheesman 4 on Twitter. Easy to find. You can hang out with him again on Friday's episode. We'll see you guys very soon.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.